So I said, just pull up to McDonald's. And they're like, really? I said, just pull up to McDonald's. They said, when was the last time you had McDonald's? I said, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago. They said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, if I'm out someplace and I have to eat garbage, I want to eat garbage that I'm familiar with and that my body's familiar with. I haven't eaten Taco Bell probably since college.
Oh,
So if I eat Taco Bell, who knows? I mean, I might shit on the plane the next day. But a double quarter pounder with
just a quarter
cheese,
pounder with cheese. Take
with
the
no
bun
no
off.
onions. You got to eat the bun because you haven't eaten all day. No, it's like, and it's like 50 grams of carbs, 50 grams of saturated fat, 50 grams of protein, and
Balanced.
half a day's sodium in a double quarter pounder of cheese. So so we pull up to this McDonald's, and it's one of the ones that has the staggered double drive-through.
The 2 lanes, yes.
In front of us is a maroon Ford Explorer pulled up to the speaker in front of us. Tinted windows, so we pull in behind it, and the other line's going around. And there was two cars in the other line, so there's only one in this line. So we went to the left line. So as we're sitting there, this guy comes around a pickup truck and he's tooting his horn, and now he's came around in front of us because he's placed his order, and he's pointing at the car. And I said to Dave, Dave, I said, I don't think there's anybody in that. He goes, why the would they? I said, dude.
They parked it in a drive-through
So
lane.
so we back out, get in line, get our food. So we get up to the window, and there's this blonde haired girl there, and she got one of these gimmicks on too.
Mm-hmm.
She might have been Janice for all I know.
Conrad has a show with her. They were recording.
Yeah, okay. And I said, ma'am, I said, what's the deal with the SUV? And she goes, oh, we were short-handed. We only had three of us, so we parked that there. I said, and I said, with tinted windows. I said, she goes, oh, we put a sign in it. I said, inside, like
While you're sitting behind it.
behind the tinted window, you put a sign. I said, if you just backed it up 6 feet,
You block the lane
you
completely.
would
No
block
one
the
can go
lane,
in.
and they would know it's nowhere near. But by pulling it next to where a person would order, it gives the semblance of somebody placing an order. And she just looked at me with this look,
Mm.
and I'm like, oh, okay, never
And a
mind.
truck of not like a cone, not just a cone, an
Not a
orange
cone,
cone,
no,
a
no.
truck right
Oh,
at
but
the speaker.
I go to the
Yeah,
CVS.
I
I
get
go
it.
to the CVS drive-through about 2 weeks ago, and they have the physical window that looks like a bank window, for the drive-through prescription. But they also have ours has the second one with the tube.
Mhm.
You put just like my bank has the same thing. My bank has three of those tube gimmicks, just in case somebody wants to rob my bank. And so I pull around, and I'm sitting there, and there's no tube. I'm sitting, I'm looking at her, and I've made eye contact with her twice. I got my window down, and finally I do this, like, anything, Bueller, and she comes on the speaker, and it's kind of crackly. She goes, that lane is closed. I'm like,
Should have parked a truck there. How do you
so
know?
well, I look over, and against the fence, 8 feet to my right, is a cone next to the trash dispenser. So whoever came out did something with they took the trash out. Either they were supposed to put the cone, didn't. Anyway, somebody low on the totem pole up. The beauty of this is it's on a corner of a busy road. So once you make the commitment to go around in the drive-through, you can't loop back around. You go into a one-way road that is going back over the bridge and a shitload of traffic, and you've got to jump on, take a quick right, go down maybe 150 feet, and take another quick right into a neighborhood so you can circle around the putt-putt place and go back in to the fucking CVS. So it took a couple of minutes to with traffic and everything else to get to the point. Now I'm pulling back up and it's just like, you know what? This actually, like this calls for me to walk in because this is I'm not going to take this. This is not acceptable in my life. So I walk into the lady, she said, "What can I do for you, Mr. Nash?" And I said, "Could you tell me how I was supposed to know that wasn't working?" She, you say to any human being, it's like look it up. It's just is basically in today's world a barometer of how agitated you are.
Yeah, it's a rage indicator, sure.
That's all it is. It's just like, are you kidding me? If I say, "Are you kidding me?" that means one thing. If I say, "Are you kidding me?" completely different. So I had to. I had to go to DEFCON 3. Had to. So and she goes, "Well," and she starts to explain to it, and it's just like I was just like, ugh. I said, "All right." I said, "You know what?" I said, "This is much better." I said, "I get to see in person and interact with you." I said, I'm just going to start doing this." And she smiled because I was nice, and because they are the people that give you your drugs.
So 2 questions. Well, number 1, did she have an answer to how you were supposed to psychically know that Elaine was not functional?
Well, she went into it and I just cut her off and I just said, "If you put a note on the plastic where the tube is and the tube's missing and it said out of order and I didn't see a tube, I would have known." I said, "But I've already at that point committed
You're
around
in.
around the building." I
Yes.
said, "So you have to put," I said, "I understand the the cone situation." I said, "But if you had a sawhorse, you know, you know what a sawhorse is?"
I know what a sawhorse is.
Yeah, if you had a
The old
sawhorse,
barricades
yeah,
back in the day for the
right.
parades,
So
whatnot.
you put if you had a sawhorse and you put that out there, it's not like you don't have an area that takes in and out merchandise. You've got a shipping area. Like put that to the right, like I do my brooms and shit that I don't use in my garage because I don't do nothing. All that shit. I got rakes. I got all kind of shit. I got sledgehammers. I got all kind of shit. If you were handy, you could come over my house and with.
Did you offer them a sawhorse at least?
I couldn't make one. I definitely could order one on Amazon. I'm sure, but well,
So that was the CVS.